Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at Universal Studios, and at the time of me filming this video, we are just 3 days away from the official start of Halloween Horror Nights 2021. We are beyond excited to be here today to get one last look at the park before it opens up to the general public. Tonight is actually the team member preview for the event. We're gonna have a reporter going inside and taking videos, so you guys, by the time you're seeing this video, are going to be seeing video from the scare zones and get a sneak peek of the event. We are heading inside the park, as I said, to get one last look before the event officially starts, and we are going to be sharing our best tips for the event this year. Enough talk, guys. Let's head out inside. And take a look at this, guys. Not only is it just empty out here in the Esplanade before you head inside Universal Studios, but we have our Halloween Horror Nights signage up and ready to go. Halloween Horror Nights 30 Never Go Alone, featuring Jack the Clown as the main icon, and we have a preview of some of the haunted houses: Bride of Frankenstein Lives, Beetlejuice, Haunting of Hill House, Chainsaw Massacre, and HHN icons captured. Personally, my most anticipated house for this year. Get your tickets early. If you are not getting them online and you don't want to wait outside will call, if you are going to be in the park during the day, come over here to guest services and they are more than happy to print out your tickets for you, so that way you have them ahead of time, and that way you don't have to wait in any longer lines out there of everyone else trying to get their tickets. Get your tickets early by any means possible. Our next big tip for when you visit Halloween Horror Nights: if you are in the park early during the day, take advantage of Stay and Scream. It is very helpful, and it'll help you get a head start on all the haunted houses at the event. There are several locations throughout the park that we will get into a little bit later on, but the first location is over here right in front of the Hello Kitty store, or this Universal Studios store over here as well. You have the other Universal Studios store right here. This is at the very front of the park. Now, this Stay and Scream location is going to get you access to the Bride of Frankenstein Lives and the legendary Truth. So you have two haunted houses that you can access early in this particular Stay and Scream location. And for further context on this Stay and Scream location, this is the main road. When you first walk into the park, you have Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem. Come around a little bit, you have the Betty Boop store. This area over here is going to be your first Stay and Scream location. And take a look at that. We have the carnival style games making a return this year as well. I honestly wasn't expecting to see carnival games return this year, but hey, if this is a full-blown Halloween Horror Nights event, then of course we need to have the carnival games. Man, what a difference a couple days makes. There is no wait at all to get into the tribute store. Look at that, so much more room for activities in here this time. Dang, I shouldn't have even come on the opening day. It's empty. So talking about all the shopping that you can do during Halloween Horror Nights, my next tip is, if there is a lengthy line for the tribute store, or if you don't want to deal with the tribute store, there are again plenty of other options around the park for your Halloween Horror Nights merchandise needs. Our next Stay and Scream location is going to be out here by Finnegan's. So you could go one of two places. You can either go this direction, they might have a holding area over here, or they'll have another holding area down here on this alleyway by where the Blues Brothers play. It can go either or. Sometimes it changes from year to year, but this particular Stay and Scream location will offer you early access to 3 different haunted houses. You could either do Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you could do HHN Icons Captured, or Revenge of the Tooth Fairy. Now, the Finnegan Stay and Scream location is a bit more popular than others, so if you are wanting to utilize this Stay and Scream location, make sure to get here early, because the Stay and Scream locations are subject to capacity, and you could be turned away and sent to someplace completely different that you didn't want to be at. So our next Stay and Scream location is going to be here in Diagon Alley. The entirety of Diagon Alley is your Stay and Scream area. Now, historically, Diagon Alley isn't the most popular Stay and Scream area, only because you only get access to really one haunted house early, and that will be Welcome to Scary Ohio. Now, the benefits to this Stay and Scream location is that you have plenty of room for activities. There's not a whole lot of people here, and you are already starting at the very back of the park. Now, the back of the park is exactly where you want to be at the start of Halloween Horror Nights. Whether or not you're here for Stay and Scream, or if you're starting at the very front of the park and you're starting as the event starts going through the front gates, come to the back of the park. That is actually our next tip. Start with the haunted houses at the back of the park, because everybody is going to be running to those haunted houses at the very front. Start at the back of the park and go in a counterclockwise motion. A couple of other benefits to staying in the Diagon Alley Stay and Scream area is that you are able to wait inside Nocturne Alley, which is an indoor air-conditioned area, and you also have access to the Leaky Cauldron restaurant. So if you want to get a head start on your Halloween Horror Nights dining and you want to get some food in early, that will be the the time to visit the Leaky Cauldron, where you will have the least wait and the least crowds. And it looks like we finally have the show times for Halloween Nightmare Fuel posted. Here they are, so that way you guys can see them, and that way you can get a little bit of pre-planning done. Another helpful tip that I have for you guys if you are attending Halloween Horror Nights is if you are not taking advantage of the refillable mugs that they sell here at Universal Studios, I highly recommend stopping often and getting yourselves some free ice water. A bottle of water here at Universal can cost upwards of $5, if not more, depending on the kind of water that you get. So the free ice water that you can get at any of the stands that distribute fountain beverages is always the way to go. So the last and final Stay and Scream location that I have for you guys is actually my personal favorite, and the one that I highly recommend you guys utilize if you're coming here to Halloween Horror Nights is the Springfield Area Stay and Scream. This is the most popular Stay and Scream location, and it is also the best because you are situated right in between a bunch of haunted houses, and if you play your cards right, you can get a lot done really early on in the event. You are perfectly situated in between the Haunting of Hill House, Beetlejuice, Puppet Theater Captive Audience, and the Wicked Growth. Those are 4 haunted houses that you can get done, and once you get those haunted houses done, you can move on over to Welcome to Scary. So that is half the haunted houses at Halloween Horror Nights that you can get done, possibly within the first hour or two of the event, if that. So I highly recommend coming to the Springfield Stay and Scream area. Personally, what we do is we come to the Springfield Stay and Scream area and we immediately go to the haunted houses that are in the ET area / Five-O's Playland. So this year that will be Haunting of Hill House and Beetlejuice. Get those 2 done first. The Beetlejuice haunted house is going to be the most popular, so get that one done and out of the way first. Once you're done with those 2 haunted houses, make your way back towards Men in Black Alien Attack and go in a counterclockwise motion. Hit up Wicked Growth, hit up Puppet Theater Captive Audience, and then move on to Welcome to Scary, and then continue your way through the park. This is the best advice that I can give for you guys when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights this year and Stay and Scream in general. Use the Springfield area and use it well. Do not waste any time in this area. Also, a big advantage to Springfield as well, a lot of space, and you have access to the food court area that also includes Cletus's Chicken Shack and Krusty Burger, just to name a few of the restaurants in there. Get your eating done nice and early, and that way you can refill later on towards the end of the event. And for the Lagoon Show, Marathon of Mayhem, Carnage Factory, here are the different show times that have recently been posted, so that way you guys can pre-plan your shows for the near future. So we are heading out of the park right now, and take a look at the sea of team members waiting to get on inside for the first night of Halloween Horror Nights for the team member preview. That is absolutely insane. There are so many people. They are the lucky ones, but they deserve it. After the year that they've had and after all they've had to put up with, I am very happy that they are getting the opportunity to experience this event first. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that is going to do it from us here at Universal Studios for the very last video that we have to upload before the official start of Halloween Horror Nights. You can see all the team members back here who are waiting to get into this year's preview. I'm very excited for them. They are going to have an absolute blast tonight, and I cannot wait to go inside and experience the event for myself on Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you found any of the information that I gave to you in this video helpful, then please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video, and please share it with your friends and family, anyone who may want to come visit Halloween Horror Nights now or in the very near future. Thank you so much again to our Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this kind of content would not be possible. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, and I'll see you guys in the fog.